Sitting inside a restaurant will be allowed once again this Friday in many parts of Ontario as the province moves to stage 3 of reopening. Meantime, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau says he is sorry for the We Charity controversy. Joining us with more this morning is the Globe and Mail's Laura Stone. Good to see you, Laura.
Good morning, Anne-Marie. All
right, so restaurants, bars, gyms, playgrounds, and movie theaters in most of Ontario can reopen as of Friday. But in the GTA, Hamilton, and other parts of southern Ontario, we will remain in stage 2, at least for the time being. What's some of the reaction to this?
That's right, Anne-Marie. Ontario is pursuing a regional approach to its stage 3 reopening plan, similar to what happened in the stage 2 opening plan. So look, Toronto has actually been very supportive of this. We heard from the medical officer there, Toronto Mayor John Tory, saying that they recognize a majority of the cases that are occurring in Ontario are still happening in the bigger regions, such as Peel and Toronto. We don't know exactly when the other parts of the province will move to this stage 3, but last time it was only a few days behind some of the other regions. So it is a wait and see approach, but I think there is broad support for easing into this and not opening up the whole province at once.
Federally, the Prime Minister had a phone call with U.S. President Donald Trump yesterday. What have we learned about the potential of the border reopening? Is there a timeline in place?
Well, sources are telling our newspaper, Anne-Marie, that the border will remain closed to non-essential travel until at least August 21st. That would be another extension of 1 month. This border closed to non-essential travel has been extended a number of times since March, as Canadians are really concerned and nervous about the number of cases that we're seeing south of the border. We've heard people such as Premier Doug Ford come out and outright say that they don't want Americans traveling here for the time being. While trade is important to keep going, I think that that Prime Minister Trudeau has broad support of many Canadians to keeping the border closed, especially as Canada starts to reopen more in our provinces.
Yeah, and some of that news coming out of the conversation with U.S. President Donald Trump yesterday. Staying with the Prime Minister for just a moment, we did see him apologize over the We Charity controversy. He said he made a mistake by not recusing himself. And unlike SNC, if we go to an inquiry, he may actually have to give testimony. Give us some more details on that.
Well, Prime Minister Trudeau coming out and outright saying that he made a mistake, Anne-Marie, saying that he, as well as we heard from Finance Minister Bill Morneau, both of them saying that they should have recused themselves because of their family ties to the We organization. We know that a parliamentary committee wants to hear from the Prime Minister. He was non-committal on this yesterday, but we'll certainly be hearing from other members of his cabinet and potentially the public service, which will be really key here because the Prime Minister is adamant that it was the public service that first recommended this organization. So they have yet to produce any documents, proof, or testimony to back up this claim. So that is what the opposition will certainly want to hear about. And they definitely, if they can, want to hear testimony from the Prime Minister as well.
Yeah, and various charitable organizations are starting to come forward saying, you know, we weren't asked, or we are a charity that could also have implemented this program as well. And that was one of the initial arguments, was that We was really the only charity in the country set up that could administer such a big program.
Exactly. There were lots of questions about this program as it rolled out, why this one charity was chosen, why the contract was so large, or the program itself was so large, why the government itself couldn't administer the program, and what was the thinking, the rationale behind choosing We in the first place. And of course, we have the Prime Minister himself who's spoken at the events, his wife Sophie, who hosts a podcast, and then, as it was later revealed, his mother and brother have been paid for their appearances in the charity. So certainly an admission yesterday from the Prime Minister that he made an error in judgment by staying at that cabinet table.
You know, Laura, summertime is usually like a bit of a down, sort of a chill time in politics in Canada, but not this summer, as if going with 2020. Thanks, Laura.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.